Hello, my name is Nick. I hope you are well today. And today I want to bring to a conclusion this journey that we've been on of looking at the 316 passages of the New Testament. And that's come about because God has been showing me that number 316 over and over again. And as I was asking him, God, is there a reason why you've been showing me this? He I guess, prompted me to look at all the 316 passages of the New Testament. And I have found them really rich, really cool to soak in. And I hope it's been great for you too. So today we're up to Revelation 3:16. Now, I'm not going to lie, this is one of those ouch, sobering verses. And this is, of course, Revelation in itself is quite a heavy book, full stop. But this is one of the 7 letters that it was addressed in this book. So Revelation was written to 7 churches throughout the region of Asia, or at least what was then known as Asia. Today it's known as Turkey. And 3:16 sits right in the middle of the letter to Laodicea. Now that is a church that Jesus had nothing good to say about at the time. And so what he was saying was, basically, he does not tolerate lukewarmness at all. And that seems to be the state that the church in Laodicea had gotten itself into. They prided themselves on being a place of abundance in terms of financial provision. They were a wealthy, prosperous city, and they had rested on their laurels in terms of their financial provision. And as a result, it had made them weak and half-hearted in their faith, and it was destroying them. And so Jesus was saying, because of that, I want to spit you out of my mouth. I am done with it. Well, actually, the word for spit actually means to vomit out of his mouth. And so, he says that in verse 16. And then it says in verse 17, you say, I am rich, as I just mentioned. I have everything I want. I don't need a thing. And you don't realize that you are wretched and miserable and poor and blind and naked. I think that analogy that is being addressed here is so relevant to our modern day Western church because we have had it so good and so comfortable for so long. I think I'm talking to myself in this too, can very easily fall into the trap of becoming lukewarm in our faith and in our walk, being half-hearted in our commitment with God. We're in, but we're not all in really. Like we're in so long as it doesn't inconvenience me, or maybe we think we're further along in our walk than we really are. We can fall into that trap as well. But the amazing thing is with Jesus is he always provides hope and a way forward. So whenever he does bring something challenging like he is today, he always provides a way out. And he does that because of his love and because of his grace and because of his mercy. He says this in verse 18, so I advise you to buy gold from me, gold that has been purified by fire. So he's asking them to take their focus off the physical realm and the physical treasures and put it on the spiritual realm and what's available to them spiritually. If we come to Jesus and we say, God, make me a new person, change me, fill me with your fire and your passion and purify me from those things that are distracting me or causing me to become lukewarm. And then he says, if we do that, then you will be rich, storing up treasures in heaven, not treasures on earth. He also says to buy white garments from me so you will not be shamed by your nakedness. Now, they were a place, Laodicea, that sold a lot of dyed garments, and they prided themselves on that too. And he was saying, come and buy white garments from me. In other words, let me clothe you with my purity. Because if you do that, then you won't be shamed by your nakedness. You'll be clothed in me and not in what you think is sustaining you, which actually is nothing at all. And then he says, an ointment for your eyes, so you will be able to see. Laodicea also prided itself on creating this ointment that had healing properties, that was good for all sorts of eye conditions. And he's saying, get my ointment for your spiritual eyes so that you can see the reality of what's going on in and around you. And he says in verse 19, I correct and discipline everyone I love. So be diligent and turn from your indifference. And that reminds me of Hebrews 12. The writer of Hebrews says that we shouldn't despise the discipline of the Lord and the correction of the Lord. We should actually embrace it because it's a sign of his love. It's actually a sign that we are his children. And so even though this letter was confronting and does present some confronting truths to us today, we can hold on to the hope that there is always a way forward. There is always redemption with Jesus. And so let's hold on to that. And so I'll leave that verse with you to read on and to soak in. And I just want to say thank you for joining me. If you've joined me from day one of this journey, or if you've joined me today as your first day, I want to thank you for spending your time allowing yourself to be filled with these truths from the scriptures, because I believe that will make your life richer. It's made my life richer, and I plan to recap a lot of these because there's been so much to take in. I have to do that several times in order to really grasp it. But I just hope it's been really beneficial for you. I would love to hear how this has been beneficial for you. If you want to leave a comment below, then I would love to read that and hear how God has worked in your life as well. In the meantime, I will leave you, and I look forward to chatting with you again sometime soon as just on this journey of life together. I'll see you later. Connect with Narrow Way Ministries on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, email, or online at narrowwayministries.net.